So for this interview, I'm going to have you describe and discuss a few ways that your family has most affected you and your outlook on the world, for the better or the worse. So to start off, can you tell me about your family structure, or basically just describe to me what your family looks like?
So I have a mom and a dad, and they're still married to this day, so I grew up in a married household, and then I have a younger sibling as well.
Okay. Do you have extended family? Like, are you close with your extended family as well, or is it just your immediate family?
Yes, my whole family lives near the rest of my family, so we've all been close growing up. Both sides of my parents' families have been around.
Okay. Can you tell me about how much interaction you had with either parent?
Both my parents were really involved in schooling. I feel like my mom was always there most of the time more because my dad he was a police officer, so he had less time at the house when we were growing up. But once he left that business, he was more around, so I feel like I had an equal amount. I was closer with my mom just because I feel like girls are closer, but both parents were around most of the time.
Okay. So you don't think that there was a huge, difference in the, interaction time between your mom and your dad?
No, I definitely feel like I interacted more with my mom.
Oh, okay. So, do you think that difference influenced your identity and your outlook on life?
Yes. Yes. I feel like she's the woman that made me who I am today. My dad did play a role in that, but I strive to be more like my mom in certain aspects of my life.
Okay. Do you think that it would be different if, you were closer with your dad? Not that you're not close with your dad, but closer with your dad than you are with your mom?
Yeah. They have the same values about certain things, but I feel like I don't agree with a lot of the things my dad chooses to do.
Oh, okay.
So, I would definitely be different if I was close with my dad, I guess.
Okay. What about your upbringing would you like to replicate in the future for your own children?
Yes. I really liked the way my parents raised me. They were not strict, but they had an outline of how we were supposed to act. And there was discipline, but it wasn't extreme discipline where I would not want to replicate to my own children.
Okay, so there's nothing that you would... Is there anything that, sticks out that you would absolutely not want to replicate?
Be less helicopter-y than, just don't care too much about checking in every hour. Just be less worrisome about where and when you are at every moment.
Okay. Is there any way that trauma from your past life has affected your present life? This doesn't necessarily have to relate to your parents. If it does, you can talk about that, or just anything in general that comes in mind.
My past trauma affected your personal life?
If you don't have anything, that's okay.
Yeah, not emotional trauma that's affected my life, I don't feel like. I feel like I had a very strong, my parents backed me in everything I did, so I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong or outcasted for making a decision. I had a good supportive family, so I don't feel like I had trauma that affected me today.
So, basically, overall, you would say that your family is pretty supportive and provided a pretty stable, environment for you to grow up in, so it didn't contribute to any trauma or anything?
Yes, I feel like I was very stable. Okay. Very stable and supportive upbringing. I don't have those trust issues, but it's just self-made.
Do you think that the way that you were raised, the environment that you were raised in, has impacted, I guess, the way that you are today and, where you are in life today?
Yes, I have a very specific idea of what I want the environment to be around, the people I want to be around, the community, and the places I like to be in because of how I was raised and how I was supposed to look at the world. So, yes, I believe that's part of how I grew up expecting life to be.
Okay. Perfect. Is there anything else you have to say about this topic?
No.
Okay.
Really?
Thank you very much.